Namaste. I, Simran Kaushal, welcome you all in the brand new episode of Science Bits only on Bharata First. This season is all about science, which is simplified in a short, crisp, and a unique manner by the experts. Through this platform, enhance your knowledge and scientific thinking. Science Bits involve discussion about the various topics related to science and technology, which are important from the perspective of competitive exams. Let your curiosity out and ask questions through a form whose link has been provided in the description box below. Do make use of this opportunity. Now, I would like to introduce to a science expert, Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran, who is a senior scientist at Vigyan Prasar, New Delhi. He is also founder of India Science Wire. So, today's question is, what do we mean by rare diseases? Is there any treatment available for them to cure in long run?
So, if you look at rare diseases, they are usually defined from three aspects. What is the total number of people affected with that disease? If it is rare, for example, very small number, okay, then you call it as rare. Like, for example, blood pressure, hypertension is normal. A lot of people have it. Okay, so we don't call it as rare from that point of view. Okay, so second, is there treatment available? There may be some diseases for which we have not yet found the disease treatment. Okay, so what is the total number of people affected? What is its prevalence? Whether the treatment is available or not? These are the three factors which are used to make a classification of a rare disease. For example, WHO makes a very simple definition. The definition is, if the frequency is less than 6.5 or 10 per 10,000 people, then they call it as rare disease. Okay. Various countries have different definition. For example, in USA, disease that affect fewer than 2 lakh people in the USA. So they don't have percentage. If the total number of people affected in USA is less than 2 lakh, then it is rare disease. But whereas in European Union, it is a life-threatening or a chronical condition which affects no more than 1 in 2,000 patients. Okay, so you have a slightly more complex definition, right? But whereas in Japan, it's related to the prevalence. If there are less than 50,000 of a particular disease, then it is rare. Okay, these are all the various definitions that people use. In India, we use a particular concept. The drug controller uses a particular concept called as orphan diseases and orphan drugs. So why these are called as orphan drugs, orphan diseases? Basically, these are all drugs which are used for diseases which usually affects, let's say, for example, very poor people who don't have paying capacity, or such a small number that it doesn't make economical sense. Rather, you won't be able to make adequate profit. So people won't be willing to invest on them. So that is why they are orphan. So the orphan can happen by two means. The patients may be poor to pay for it, or the number of people are so less that the market may not invest on them. So they are called as orphan diseases and orphan drugs. Basically, using that idea of orphan drugs and orphan diseases, the drug controller of India says that potentially treatable population of 5 lakh in India as a rare disease. Okay, so this includes, for example, certain kinds of cancer, certain kinds of autoimmune disorders, congenital malfunctions, some endemic infections. Okay, many of them with rare and low prevalence, they are all called as rare disease. In the world, people have listed close to about 7,000 rare diseases with the different rare diseases definition. and roughly about 300 billion patients around the world. In India, it is estimated there are 70 million people in India. Okay, in India there is an organization for rare disease who have included things like cancer, autoimmune diseases, cystic fibrosis, and various other diseases in this category. Okay, where very small number of people are affected. It's a lifelong, sometimes very dangerous. Okay, uh, most of the such rare diseases in India occur at birth and genetic in nature, 80%. Okay, and roughly in India, 50% of babies born with this kind of rare disease die within a year in India. That's the current estimates in India. Very recently, in 2021, a national policy for rare disease have been approved by the government of India, where about 20 lakh to an individual with certain rare disease as one time requirement is there is a provision for it, and this provision will be available to not only BPL families but also to 40% of the population covered under Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, and it will be provided under Rashtriya Arogya Niti. There have been many court cases in various states where people affected by rare disease have approached court saying that they should be given support. So there have been lots of court judgments saying that the state government should pay the people with the rare disease. So taking a comprehensive view, the government has come with this kind of a comprehensive policy on rare diseases. That's rare diseases. Treatment, we don't know. Some of them may have treatment, but the drugs may not be available in quantities because only very few people are being affected. Perhaps it's not being manufactured or manufactured in only one place in the world, so it may be very costly. Okay, and some of this because it's only affecting very small number of people, the market does not invest in research, developing new generation drugs, new treatments for them, unless otherwise there is some kind of a governmental policy, public money is spent, or philanthropy comes in and foots the bill. Okay, so that's the rare disease.